Oh, hey, Hans.
Hey,
Episode 2.
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going great, man. How are you? What are you up to?
I'm great. I'm just reading some silly stuff on conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Kind of wasting time.
Oh, I love conspiracy theories. You know the one about the moon? The conspiracy theory? That's...
You really into that? You really think the moon landing was not real and that is this conspiracy? God, man.
Oh, you're such an amateur, dude. That's not the conspiracy, dude. The moon. There's no moon, dude. That's the conspiracy.
There's
okay?
no moon?
There's no moon, okay? You think there's no moon landing, there's no moon. Prove that there's a moon, okay?
That's
what
so
I want.
weird because I was standing at the edge of Earth and I was very clear that was a moon.
Yeah. I see. Interesting. It's an optical illusion. Anyway, this week we have an amazing skill. It's all about conspiracy theories. Should we try it?
Or is it?
Or is it? Let's try it. It's by one of our listeners, one of our viewers, Amy, who's a very skilled conversational designer. So let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay. Alexa, open the conspiracy theory.
Welcome to the conspiracy theory. It's up to you to discover where the cover-up ends and the conspiracy begins. It is night and you are following a security guard around the backside of a large federal building. You look up at the moon, and then back down at the security guard who is signaling for you to hurry. The missing Apollo 11 space landing tapes are inside. The guard can get you in the building, but the rest is up to you. You enter the building. The door closes softly behind you as you flip on the light switch. You are standing alone with a long corridor before you. You feel a familiar rush of adrenaline flood your stomach. Ready to find the tapes.
I mean, yeah, that's why we're here, I guess.
Yeah.
You take a deep breath and begin walking down the long corridor towards a metal door at the far end. After what seems like an eternity, you reach the door and see that next to it is a bronze plaque. Wonder what that says.
Yeah.
Would you like to look at it?
No.
Don't look at it.
You open the door and enter a small dimly lit utility closet. It smells faintly of stale ammonia. There are some old posters on the wall and a mop and bucket in the corner next to a closed metal door. You can look around and investigate objects, for example by saying look around the room, or inspect the posters. You can also say more time if you need it.
Okay, first of all, I love conspiracy theories, and this puts you into this Cold War era espionage, and I think that's a really important part of conversational AI when we're talking about voice experiences. The use of sound effects really create an immersive experience, and I think that this is a fun thing to try and do.
Yeah.
There are some issues that we encountered along the way, but I think at the heart of it, it's a really fun idea.
Yeah, and I really like what I like about it is that because we've looked at similar skills throughout this last season, which was fun. A lot of them were like very overproduced or very just writing the words and not doing too much about it. But here you can tell that even if you're an independent designer, with you just add a few sound effects and you just write incredibly well, because that's what from the narrative you hear that Amy's a very strong writer. You create this experience very easily, and that's really what was good and fun about it. One thing I noticed in the beginning though is like we get the premise, but it addresses me as me, and then it's like. And so it'd be easier actually maybe to say you're a investigator or you're an X and you encounter this, because if I'm just me and I see an empty building, like I'm just gonna go for coffee somewhere else, right? So if you want me to be the hero of the journey, tell me why I am the hero of this journey, because that is going to change my mindset and it's gonna put me on that journey on that adventure.
That's a great point, Hans, because I think it also gives you a sense of okay, I'm on a mission here, and I think that's fun for users to feel like they're on a mission. I have a question for you. What do you think about the use of Alexa as the voice? I woke her up as the narrator.
I think it was totally fine. Like I think, like for me, It was just the voice. It was about the writing was very well written. I really liked it, and then you can see that the voice itself, does not really influence it that much. It worked for me. Like I talk to Google more than Alexa, so for me it's not a voice that I hear every day. So that might have to do that might have something to do with it. But the few sound effects and just the words themselves turned it into a good experience, and then the voice didn't really bother me that it was Alexa's voice.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you here, respectfully, and I respect your opinion. I think this is the first time in the history of the show that we've disagreed. I think that the use of Alexa's voice is actually inappropriate in some of these skills because Alexa gets you the weather. She does, she's subservient. This is a different experience. Why not give it a voice of someone that sounds like they're from the 50s or someone that sounds like they're from the FBI in the 50s who's giving you this mission? Basically what I'm saying is the execution of putting you into, immersing you into the experience was halted by having Alexa's voice as that's what I'm saying. Well, it's not necessarily, sorry, go ahead.
No, I can agree with that, but what I like about it is that if you look at you're an independent designer, you want to create something with writing well and having a few sound effects, and not even going through the process of finding the perfect voice, you create a very good experience already, and then you can obviously make it better by even focusing more on that, because ultimately you want to have the best voice for the experience, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, I could have just said use a different AWS voice or like a TTS voice or whatever other than Alexa. But it's Amy's choice, and Amy, I think as an independent chatbot developer, voice developer, this is an amazing skill. We'd love to see it, more chapters and stuff like that. And Hans, I'd love to see you next week or in 2 weeks or whenever on the next episode.
I'd love to do that too, man. See you soon.
All right, man.
Ciao.
Love you all.
Love y'all.